Oh, it's Friyay, and it's a good one. Today we're going to talk about John Woo, Chow Yun Fat, The Killer, a fantastic gun fu movie from 1989. So hold on to your shorts. Don't go anywhere this great St. Patrick's Day. We'll be right back.
Previously on the Nerdy Ronin Network.
Hey, Squeaky, what were you asking me about Bruno Mars music? A song you liked and you had a question? Yeah. No, no. Versace? The song Bruno Mars is singing is not about ramen or wine. It's Versace on the floor. That's a designer label. Oh my goodness. Happy Friday, everybody. How are you doing? It's St. Patrick's Day, one of my favorite times of the year. And baby, we're wearing all green today. And if you're not, you should be pinched. So not only is it Friday, it's St. Patrick's Day, and the only thing that could make it even better would be if it was Friday the 13th. Hope your week has gone well. We're heading out from the work week. For parents out there, spring break's just started, and it's going all week long next week. So if you hear any noise in the background, it's because the nerdy heathens are home, and that's okay. We'll deal with it. So like and subscribe if you haven't already. In the description box down below are some things we love and enjoy, and we thought you might as well. Our merch page is down there. What? You haven't bought a shirt yet? Oh, we got some good ones. We got some real good ones. We've even got a squeaky chair shirt down there. So go check it out. You might find something you love. So I have to tell you, I love John Woo. As far as an action director goes, and even as a dramatic director, he just has a way with the camera and to make scenes look really well that a lot of directors don't have. And it's sad. He You either really love his movies or you don't. And this movie that we're going to talk about today, The Killer, is not his first movie by far, by any means, but it's the first movie where he was given carte blanche. He could do whatever he wanted. He wrote it, directed it. He could do anything he wanted with it. He was just given a blank check to do this, basically. Excuse me, St. Patrick's Day belch. My apologies. Wow. And this is probably the first movie of his that I ever saw when I was younger. And I fell in love with his style and the gun fu, if you will, of using guns. And now you see it in John Wick and other movies. Gun fu is a well-known thing, but when this movie came out, it was brand new. It was something you hadn't seen before. But not only that, it's a story where you don't know who's gonna make it and who's not. It's a drama. It has a dramatic side to it. It has a love story side to it, and the sweet, sweet irony that is in this movie makes it well worth it. Now, if you want to buy this movie, you can buy it on DVD relatively cheaply. But any other way, like if you want to get it on Blu-ray, you're going to pay out the nose. But on DVD, it's still somewhat accessible and cheap enough to purchase. I bought this one and another one on DVD. As much as I wanted it on Blu-ray, it was just too expensive. And that's sad, because his movies, there's so much. Anyway, we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about The Killer, John Woo, with Chow Yun Fat. I got the Dragon Dynasty version, 2-disc Ultimate Edition. I wouldn't call it Ultimate, but it does have some nice supplementals on it. An exclusive interview with John Woo, two different Q&As with John Woo. Discusses some of the locations. And, whew. So, here is the movie we're discussing. Excuse me. 1989, rated R, hour and 51 minutes. The Killer. A disillusioned assassin accepts one last hit in hopes of using his earnings to restore vision to a singer he accidentally blinded. That is the blandest, silliest synopsis I've ever heard. Directed by John Woo, written by John Woo, starring Chow Yun-fat, Danny Lee, Sally Ye. So you can get it on Amazon. You can buy it. As I said, I bought this movie on Amazon. Let me go back to me. Basically what happens is Chow Yun-fat is an assassin. He gets hired to do a job. He goes into a nightclub and he kills the person he's supposed to kill, and a gunfight ensues in which he accidentally fires his gun too close to the singer that's there performing, their face, and jacks up her eyes to the point where she's going to need a transplant. Yes, it's that simple. And so then he decides, okay, I need to make enough money to help her. And in the resulting rest of the movie, he falls in love with her. She is basically blind, does not know that he is the same person that hurt her. And they fall in love, and he's just trying to get her to America where they can get her a transplant, or cornea transplant, or eye transplant, whatever. Now, I will say, for those of you who do not like to read movies, because this is a foreign movie, obviously, if you purchase this version, the Dragon Dynasty version, it has it in English and in its original form with subtitles. So, and it's not the same thing. I'm going to tell you, it's not the same thing. If you're watching it in its original form and reading the subtitles, or even if you have it in English and you turn on the subtitles, you will see there's a massive difference in what's being said in the dialogue. Because the people that do the dialogue for the English dub, sometimes they just pick and choose how they want to say it so that it'll sound easier to understand for an American audience. And that's not the same thing. Evidently they think we're simple here. And some of us probably are, but I would suggest you watch it in its original form, read the subtitles. Or watch it in English once, and then watch it a second time with the subtitles, so you can see the difference. It makes a difference. As far as the depth of this movie, it is a deep story. It's simple. In its simplicity, it's complicated. Because this guy's not a good guy. But is he a bad guy? Because it also deals with the face-off between him and the cop hunting him down, doing his job. So there's a lot of layers here. And John Woo said this is his perfect film because he was able to do anything he wanted with the story, with the action. You know, it was all up to him. It was for him to win it or lose it. So he went all out. Does it all work? No. There's a little bit of it where, you know, maybe he should have reined it in a little bit. But you get to see him at his top form, being able to try anything he wanted to try. And it's a brilliant film. Does it look great? No. It's older. It's on DVD. Now, I can't speak to what the Blu-ray looks like. But, man, it's well worth watching. This is an 80s bit of awesomeness. And if you've never seen a John Woo movie other than like one of his American movies, if you didn't know, he did Face Off. He did Hard Target with Jean-Claude Van Damme. He also did Mission Impossible 2, which with Tom Cruise, which a lot of people didn't like. I thought it was fantastic. It's beautifully done, and you can definitely tell a difference in it compared to the other Mission Impossible movies. And I can understand why some people didn't like it. But if you're a fan of if you watch some of John Woo's earlier stuff and in a sequence and watch as he progresses as a writer and director, and then you watch Mission Impossible 2, you can definitely see the difference. America was not kind to him when he came over here to do American movies and tried to make his mark here, because Americans can be dumb, evidently, and they didn't understand his filmmaking style. So, it's what it is. He's still a fantastic director and writer. If you've not seen this, watch it. If you can find it on streaming, more power to you. I don't know where you would find it at, but you can order it on DVD and Blu-ray if you want to shell out that kind of money. Excuse me. But blind buy it if you haven't seen it. John Woo is fantastic, and here extremely soon. It won't be next week because I already have a plan for next week's videos leading up to John Wick 4. But after next week, we will look at another John Woo movie. So you need to see John Woo in this fashion. Anyway, that's it. I gotta get out of here. I got stuff to do today on St. Patrick's Day, one of my favorite days of the year. So glad you're here. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Have you seen this movie? Have you seen any John Woo movies? If so, let me know in the comments down below. And we're going to get out of here, and we will be back on Monday. For Michael the microphone, Bob, Squeaky, Chair, and this green nerd. We will see you on Monday.